Hello, friends. Happy Thanksgiving to you, and Black Friday, and Cyber Monday, and Giving Tuesday. We missed Giving Tuesday, so we'll call this We Love You Wednesday. Happy We Love You Wednesday, and we do love you. We are grateful for you, and I thought of sending you an email today just to tell you that, but I thought I would make a little video instead to say thanks. And yeah, my microphone's still on, and we appreciate you. And I thought I would take a minute just to tell you a little bit more about what's going on, because I feel like you don't get quite enough of that from me. There's a lot going on that I don't get a chance to write about or tell you about, and I feel like there's probably some interest out there to hear about it, because there sure is a lot going on around the world. This is the world. This is North America. I don't work here. This is the rest of the world. I do work here. And not only I, but many WDA staff and national leaders work in 20 to 25 countries. And last year, we hit kind of an exponential growth curve. We tripled the organizational impact in terms of leaders trained in that year, and who knows what'll happen this year. But I am really excited about a number of things that I see happening around the world. These little pins are people, and when I think about WDA, I don't think about numbers or programs or strategies or ideas. I think about faces with names and relationships that are dear to me, dear to the organization, people we love and cherish, who we are seeing grow and become more like Jesus every year. That's very exciting. So this little pin is in Brazil, and this guy's name is Fernando, and he came over from Romania several years ago to be a missionary in Brazil. Well, he planted a church in Brazil, and now the Presbyterian Church is sending him back to his home country of Romania to plant some Presbyterian churches in Romania. He's a great guy. He's started our Restoring Your Heart ministry and our equipping ministry in Brazil, and we're excited about him raising funds, going back home, and starting our work in Europe. Over here in Senegal is our Fulani friend, a Fulani Christian who the Lord just introduced me to through a wonderful set of circumstances, and I'm hoping to go out there to Senegal to work with him and a group of other Fulani leaders who come from this large nomadic people group, 35 million Muslim tribal herdsmen who don't know Jesus, and I believe the Lord is going to do a people group movement, and I believe that we get to be part of it. So many of you have prayed for the Fulani, and next November I'm hoping to go out there and spend some time with them, talk about disciple making, talk about emotional healing and restoration, and just spend a lot of time praying and asking God to release His Spirit across West Africa in the 20-some countries where the Fulani live. In Nigeria, we had a really fun development this fall. Our friend Hakeem started a WDA Leadership Institute totally on his own initiative, on his own dime. He's enrolled students, and I got to be part of his first meeting, teaching over Zoom about Christ's ministry and how Jesus developed leaders, beginning with the appointment of the 12, where he appointed them so that they might be with him and that he might send them out to preach the gospel and to cast out demons, and leading into the Sermon on the Mount and walking progressively through Jesus's leadership development model. So I got to share a little bit of a vision about that with them, and Hakeem said that his dream is to get all the major denomination heads in Nigeria together and talk about disciple making and WDA. So that would be fun. What else we got? We got a big partnership brewing in Ghana, potentially for the next year or two. I have a proposal in my email inbox for working with many churches in Ghana. We have a good friend in Kenya, Zablon, one of our staff members, who's been working very hard and learning all about WDA and helping some of his pastor friends go through emotional restoration with Restoring Your Heart. Ethiopia, we've got a great team training, thousands of people every year. And it's really incredible. They're asking for Restoring Your Heart because the discipleship stuff is really, really good, but they're saying where we are getting stuck, which is where many people get stuck, is in this area of underlying emotional baggage that causes people not to grow. So in April, right after Easter, I'm going to go with the team out to Ethiopia to take the team through Restoring Your Heart experience and then train local leaders how to use it in their churches and in their communities. So maybe that's a trip you'd like to come along on. I'm opening that up to some new team members. If you'd like to come and experience some emotional restoration with Ethiopians and then train leaders in how to use it in their own congregations, come on. Let's have that adventure together. In Zambia, our friend Benson has been reaching out to all the neighboring countries. He was in Angola and Botswana, and right now he is in Zimbabwe as we speak, training leaders there. That is so fun to see Benson and our friend Emmanuel in India and others reaching out to the neighboring countries on their own initiative because people in those neighboring countries are hearing about what's going on in disciple making, and they're reaching out to our leaders and saying, please, can you come? Can you talk to us about discipleship following the pattern of Jesus? So that's been really, really fun. We've got some great partnerships brewing in South Asia. Our new India director, Emmanuel, is leading teams to Sri Lanka and Bangladesh and Malaysia, and he is planting new ministries all over the place and getting requests from all over India. It's really fun to see him grow. He's somebody that I love a lot. I got to send him and his wife on their first date last week, and I got pictures from Emmanuel and Sarah out on their first real American-style date. So it's fun to invest in these people and their ministries, but also in their families. I'm going out to spend some time with Emmanuel in India in January, and we're going to focus on team building and life coaching. And then we're going to take our team, which is a really great team of younger men and women, quite a number of women leaders that we have in India. And we're going to take them over to Sri Lanka, this little island down here. And we're going to work with Reverend Terrence in Sri Lanka to plant a WDA ministry there in Sri Lanka. In the Philippines, we've been growing and growing and growing, and we just, this last year, hit an obstacle where the person leading the ministry fell ill with vertigo and has had a hard time getting out of bed this year. So if you can be praying for James, we certainly see the ministry is under attack. And while we've enjoyed all this fruitfulness, we've also seen a lot of pruning, good pruning, as well as a lot of spiritual attack over especially our staff and their families. Our friend Jeremiah in Uganda, the former witch doctor, just fell ill, and we thought for a while that we were going to lose him, and we were able to support him in his treatment and get him back on his feet, and we're really excited. He's back with a vengeance, and I just got an email from him today that he's out planning seminars out in the bush in Uganda, and he's going after witch doctors and just wanting to share the Lord with everyone and bring people into a deeper relationship with the Lord. So you may not see it, but the Lord is moving powerfully on the earth. And I believe we are in the beginning stages of an incredible revival. And I think that ministries and organizations like WDA, who are focused on disciple making and developing a disciple making process, the Lord has really called us to raise disciple makers who can handle this incredible ingathering into the kingdom. And so we get to be part of that, and I hope you can become more and more a part of that. I believe in the future there's going to be more opportunities to serve, to train and mentor and be mentored, to give, to go, to pray. And I am grateful for everything you've done. And I'm believing for a lot of good things in the future. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy We Love You Wednesday. I'm so grateful for you, our team, our family, our friends. We could not do this without you. And so please keep in touch and let us know how we can be praying for you and blessing you as well. Okay, happy Wednesday.